Welcome in, Divine Feminine. So, I wasn't even halfway through my intention. I was going to ask the universe, can we check on some runner that the viewer needs to hear about? And pook, the Emperor and the Two of Cups flew out. These felt like hot potatoes. There is some masculine that you are connected to, more than likely somebody who just pushed you away. They kept pushing forward. Suddenly, my throat chakra really wants to give out. I feel like, given I'm looking at this Knight of Pentacles at the base and they're trying to light a cigarette, there's like some old habit that the masculine is sort of attached to that it's stifling their ability to communicate, but it's giving them an excuse to sit still. But there's something that appears to be backfiring on this divine masculine because they've been stuck. They've been taking their time and in some ways trying to create a routine, even if that just means they're trying to find stability in their life. And the more that this person tries to find stability, some relationship in their life is falling apart. So if this sounds like your person, you are more than welcome to stick around. If we haven't met yet, my name is High Priestess Berries, psychic, medium, and divine channeler, hoping to bring you a message. Now, always remember, my messages are candid, unscripted, but they're also timeless, so please tap into your instincts. Listen to your intuition. If there is anything that I talk about that doesn't make any sense, totally fine. Do not worry about it. This message may not be for you, but if it does resonate, please let me know by sharing your experience in the comments below. I'm going to put my mouse off to the side. Like, no, we're going to have none of that here. What do we have at the base? Queen of Cups. I really get this intense heart chakra activation that is going on with this particular divine masculine. I think a lot of them have been really taking advantage of this Taurus Empress frequency of energy. They've been trying to, like, if this is their karmic person, they've been trying to serve this person, give them the best possible experience. And they keep staring at this person, hoping that there'll be more opportunity. Like, they have been dedicating a lot of time and energy to this particular individual. And it's just like, what's this deception right here with the Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands? Like, something is going to be shifting very quickly for the divine masculine, it feels like. And I don't even want to bother cutting this. I'm just going to put these on the shelf up here. There's a weird elf on a shelf kind of joke going on. But it's one of these things. This masculine is starting to reverse engineer their situation. Like, if they started looking at this from a different perspective, they rushed into this because they wanted to feel a sense of security, because they were deceiving their self, and it created this opportunity for someone to take advantage of their love, care, and sincerity. Damn. So I'm going to grab the Tarot of the Divine because, yeah, King of Wands, that story checks. This masculine is starting to... I don't know if they're starting to, because there's this argument right here. I think they're arguing internally with themselves. Because on one hand, I want to say, oh, the masculine is starting to realize that they're stuck within a fairy tale. And I don't think that's actually what it is, but they're definitely in a fairy tale energy. I think part of the tension is because you as the viewer, the divine feminine, like, you check out these messages because you want to see where your masculine could be at. So in some ways, I want to ask the universe, is the spell going to be broken? But we got Five of Swords. This is sort of like a bad habit where the masculine, there's something that they keep feeling and then they throw it away, feel it and throw it away. And the sense of regret and frustration is piling on divine masculine. There's that Knight of Coins. That was the Knight of Pentacles we saw earlier in the pre-shuffle. Something stuck. Like, I kind of want to sit here with these cards and just be... Like, you notice this face-off? Like, well, we do have this young farmer going up against a god. And it's like the masculine's crying inside because they keep trying to put themselves down. They keep going back to toxic situations. They keep trying to make something work. I don't think I cut it, so we're going to cut this just because I'm on a bit of a roll right now, but we're going to have a look at how the masculine feels about their situation, their karmic, and we'll also have a quick little look on how they feel about you, especially with their own inner femininity. 7 of coins. This is just stalled. And the universe, I nearly said university. Interesting. Like, the Freudian slip was the university is holding them back. So if you're masculine is, say, going back to school, trying to upgrade their education, like they're just finding all kinds of roadblocks. It's as though it's red tape, bureaucracy. And part of it is because they're not actually doing the work for the soul's sake. They're just trying to, if they're in school, let's just say they're in school, and if not, they're in the school of hard knocks. They are trying to learn something, but it's like the universe isn't letting them pass until they actually get the soul of the message. It's one thing to know the letter of the law and obeying the law, like word by word, verbatim. That can also be called legalistic. But there's another to be the spirit of the law, because there are people in the world where they use words against you and they use the law against you. Rather than using it to protect and create fairness, this masculine's in a situation where something is extremely unfair, but there's something about the wording that is making it difficult for the masculine to move forward. Like 8 of Wands, that came back. What's on the 8 of Wands? 6 of Cups. There's something from their past that's coming up to haunt them. And this is their own toxic pattern that's being called up for question. What's their feelings with their situation? Something's happened. There's no going back. I'm going to grab the Into the Wild Unknown. Tell me about this tower. Tell me about this situation. I hear it's all or nothing, do or die. And in some ways, I feel like they climbed up the tower only to get kicked out again. Rapunzel was, enticing her new little boyfriend to finally crawl up the tower. And then all of a sudden lightning strikes. I'm a Murphy. And if you're familiar with Murphy's Law, if anything can go wrong, it will. And it's something about the situation where the masculine was worried about a delay. They were worried. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to try this, but am I going to try it? It's probably not going to work out anyways. The tower hit. This is why they're stuck. We got the Hanged Man, Ace of Swords. Yeah, this is the universe letting you, the divine feminine, know this masculine is being halted by the universe. Like, well, why? Yeah, 9 of Pentacles, the Empress. Like, on one hand, there's a few different interpretations. On one hand, they've put all their eggs in the wrong basket. They've put all of their energy into toxic feminine energy. Like, that's one way of looking at it. But it's sort of like, I hate to bring up repressed mother issues, but that just seems to be a theme with the types of masculines that I tune into. Because there was this talk a little bit earlier. They don't even know how to connect with their inner feminine, let alone connect with you. And their inner feminine is freaking the fuck out. Like their inner, their soul, like there's something within their soul that's screaming at them. And it's probably you on a telepathic level. It's like, why are you doing this to yourself? And the masculine's been confused. Like they may have been projecting onto this karmic situation and thinking that this karmic, though probably immature, they did pour a lot of time and energy into this person. They're resenting the karmic, but they're not really getting the lesson out of all of this. But there's something else within here. Yeah, they worked so hard on this. Oh, I'm hearing, I did everything for you. I gave up everything for you. I did it all to make you happy. And where are we now? So yeah, it feels like, it's sort of like you go to school for 4 years only to find out that you really hate what it is that you studied for. Like I knew a guy years ago, he got all the scholarships, he got all of the financial opportunities, and he came from a background where getting opportunity was very challenging. So for him to get a scholarship was, pretty awesome. But after he did 4 or 5 years in marketing and he did 1 week at a marketing firm and you realize, I hate this. Why did I do this? Why did I pour all my time and energy and money into this? Like, this masculine has poured years worth of effort into something that's just, it collapsed overnight. Like, it was just like, this is not what I want to do. So it's waste of time, waste of money, and the focus has been on the wrong person. How they feel about the karmic Four of Swords. Oh, God. You know that feeling when you step on a Lego brick when you have bare feet? No, no, no. Do you know that feeling when you have plantar fasciitis and you step on a Lego brick with bare feet? Like this is how they feel towards their karmic persons. Like, I'm just going to clarify this more. Like, I know what the sensation is, but why? Like, because if this is connected to this, because I'm getting this sort of sudden overnight shift in how the masculine is feeling about their karmic person, or again, this could be a karmic situation. Like, I am picking up going back to school energy. Again, it doesn't need to be literal. It's just one way that I'm looking at their situation, but it's something that they poured all their time, energy, and money into, only to realize, oh, fuck, this is not what I wanted. And they're having a difficult time wanting to go back in on this. Five of Wands, there's a bunch of bullshit. Subconscious, the moon. There's something that this karmic did. It's sort of like some kind of weird staticky bullshit that they've been doing behind the masculine's back. I'm hearing no authority. Oh, Father of Wands. This owl genuinely scares me. This karmic has been withholding information, and they've been using information against the masculine. What else do we have? Son of Wands. It put him into this skittish energy. It's sort of like one more card here. Victory. Like, some of this is like that typical bullshit that you would get from a narcissistic dynamic. Like, this is a blame shifter. It's sort of like if masculine tried talking to the karmic individual about whatever. I want to go back to school. Or what about divine feminine? Like, can I please like talk to her? Or like whatever situation that this could be. Like, this is just a constant manipulator. But it's like, it's interesting. As I sit in here, the energy is suddenly shifted. All right, so we brought in feminine's name. Oh, we're going to talk about divine feminine. Like, you're involved in this. Like, you may not be involved directly. It's sort of like divine feminine, who should not be named. Like, this is like drama, llama trauma. So, okay, I'll start shuffling. I'm getting some pieces of the story. This karmic convinced the masculine to run towards them. Like, there's all these like Eight of Wands energies. They did something to entice them. Like, I was talking about a scholarship. Again, this is just an example, but it's sort of like you had an opportunity to go to a school that you think that would be good for you. It's like, well, it's a good school. They've got a lot of credentials. It's totally on the list of things that people would be like, ooh, it's like getting a chance to go to Harvard, going to Oxford. You know, it's like, oh yeah, that's the school. Like, oh yeah, you get to go to Juilliard. Like, and it's sort of like this person got like a scholarship. They got some free ride, like whether if that is, oh, move in with me and the rent will be cheaper. You know, you should stay with me. I have all the connections. There's something that this karmic overinflated in order to get your masculine to make a leap decision. Like, because there's something very impulsive with this Knight of Wands. This is very sexual. Some of this could be a little bit of sex magic, and it worked for the karmic. And the masculine, they didn't think much of it. They're like, well, I need opportunity. They've been living in lack. And there was some bullshit that came up. We did channel a message quite recently about some shady shit that the karmic did behind divine feminine's back. And the masculine has struggled with being in denial. Like, I still don't know if the masculine has quite seen the light on this. We do have Four of Wands, Ace of Cups. It's kind of like they go, imagine this. It's kind of like your masculine they go to a party with karmic feminine. You know, they're showing off, they're doing the thing, like, oh yeah, hey, cool, we're doing all these stuff together. Like, I'm barely enthusiastic, by the way, as I'm trying to bullshit this energy. Like, physically, masculine's talking, interacting, and in some ways they're getting a lot of attention on the drama. Like, this is sort of like the trauma loop that divine masculine always hoped that they could get in order to get somebody's attention. It's kind of one of those sort of things, but they're checked out. It's like they go to parties and celebrate, but all they can think about is you, and they can only feel how lonely they are. That was the Emperor and the Two of Cups from the pre-shuffle. There we go. Father of Cups. Interesting that we have King to King energy. Putting up a boundary. This masculine would love nothing more than to talk to you, but they know they put their own boundary. They know that because of this karma, because we got wand and a wand, it's sort of like they made one small decision that impacted their entire reality. What kind of message can we get for divine feminine? 10 of coins. This is an ask from the universe. Can you think about the long term as to what's going on? Some of you genuinely believe that one day you will be reunited with your counterpart. And I can't guarantee one way or the other how that's going to happen. And that's difficult because free will is divine. There's something in here with this 10 of coins. This is really separate from the rest of this reading. But there's an ask within here. Don't manifest your counterpart. It's actually very important. Do not because it's stalling you. If some of you have been trying to imagine what life was going to be like in the future with the masculine, that's actually kind of what caused the tower in their life, because they're trying to upgrade their life before they deal with the karma. And yeah, Ace of Swords. So these two are very directly related to each other, because there's something about money, who makes the money, who's the provider. And I think you still have an energy on you, divine feminine, that is still making you codependent financially. And even if you make more money than this masculine, that kind of pushes their buttons. They want to be in a position where they are in authority, just in authority within themselves. But what do we have? 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Yeah, you need to start manifesting for yourself. That's what this message is trying to tell you. It's important that you start creating a life where it's just you. It doesn't mean that true love will not come, but there's something about you being creative in your idea as to what it means to be within your own masculinity in harmony with your feminine side. Because the reason why you guys are split up and split apart is because you think you need an external masculine to help you make money, to help you have a sense of security, to have a sense of safety. And that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody else. Like, could we maybe agree about that? That could be a little bit much to put on any other human being. Because if you put that pressure on somebody else, it means you can't do it for yourself. And there's a challenge in here from the universe. Start thinking about, you do have options. You have options for your own creativity. And what kind of life would you have without this masculine? You know, shit happens. You know, not everybody lives for the same amount of period of time. It's sort of like, you know, even if you guys manage to, you know, create a life for yourselves and you're living your life in your 60s, like shit happens. Like this is, what do you do if your spouse passes away and you still live for another 20 years? What are you going to do with that? I know it sounds a little bit blue and glum, but it's one of these things where you need to know how to live your life solo no matter what. That is unity consciousness, is having that inner dialogue with yourself that feels good about going out and pursuing the things that you desire. Because until you understand your own desires that you want from yourself, you know, your counterpart is not going to be able to help you out with that. And they're going to be stuck within the karma. Like your karma is a little bit more internal and theirs is manifesting externally. What kind of actions is masculine about to make? I want to be enthusiastic with this Ace of Coins. That's why we have a 10 of coins and an Ace of coins. This is long-term thinking. And if you're able to start thinking about the long-term solo, like just assume you're going to have somebody with you, but just living your life as though you had lived it on your own terms. Like that's kind of one of the key ingredients your guides are trying to show you. But that's But like while you're looking long term and manifesting for yourself, it's giving the masculine a portal, a chance to start manifesting for both of you guys. But let's get some cards here to see if we can confirm this theory. Daughter of Cups. Oh, that's very sweet. Three of Cups. I suddenly felt a little bit sick down inside. Let's see, what do we have here? There we go. Daughter of Pentacles. Like, this is a lot of page communication, ideas, starting from scratch, starting from a naive perspective. Yeah, this masculine's afraid to start a brand new beginning, mostly because they never dealt with some old pain from the past. Like, this is something long before you guys ever knew each other. But this masculine keeps remanifesting the same problems because they haven't gotten over the past. And they need to they need to address that. That's one part of it, the devil. This is addictive behavior. I was talking about in the pre-shuffle, I had our Knight of Pentacles was, leaving for a smoke. And this is sort of like they're so accustomed to unhealthy patterns, unhealthy habits because of the people that they associate with, because they're trauma bonded. But I am encouraged with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. There is a desire to have a brand new beginning because there's something about this devil. It's too much. And I think in some ways they're starting to notice how the people that they hang out with, they actually are kind of childish. I'm gonna get one more card out of morbid curiosity. Yeah, Daughter of Pentacles. Like it's sort of like this masculine's getting a chance to realize how much they do need to grow up. They need to up level. Like they actually need to get to your level, and they know that they can't cheat their way through it. They know they actually have to study. They know they actually have to go to the books. If this masculine is able to honor that they need to let go of the past, let go of this immature group of people, recognize that they have to get their shit together in order to get onto your level. What's the potential next outcome? Magician. I like that. Like the Magician, along with this Ace of Pentacles, this masculine has to learn how to create a reality without being manipulative. Because this person doesn't know how to be honest. They're not a good communicator. Duh. They don't know how to acknowledge their own emotions, let alone communicate those emotions to you. This person, it's not even that, they're a couple of rungs behind you on a ladder. Like they're not in the same city. They're not even in the same country. Heck, this masculine has been so out to lunch. It doesn't matter if you guys were living a few blocks away from each other. This masculine has lived on a completely different planet than you. Because the more you grow and the more you've elevated, the more unreachable you become. But don't let that bother you. It means that you've risen your vibration. And your risk right now is that you cannot tolerate lower vibrational frequency. Either this person's going to show up with the intention of change, and they are changing, and because you're high vibrational enough, you'll be able to see it, or they're just going to show up being immature, and that is kind of your final answer. There's a little bit of a game show joke in there. The Tower and the Father of Pentacles. Father of Pentacles. We've got the Tower right here. This person has to go through an upending of their entire reality. That's a lot. Like, imagine you came home one day, you lost your job, and then all of a sudden you had a 72-hour eviction notice on your door. Like this masculine has been avoiding the inevitable. And in many ways, I think they've been really, really shut down because this karmic situation, it has destroyed them. It has broken their heart. They've actually suffered something quite recently that I do not think you're fully aware of. And they've just kind of shut down and went on autopilot. And I think they've been doing the bare ass minimum. And in some ways, they've been doing to test their karmic. If they just give their karmic the bare ass minimum, what's going to happen? Because they're trying to coast through this situation. Not thoroughly because they're lazy. It's actually more that they're trying to find mental space. They're trying to find an internal space because their entire reality is falling apart. Son of Pentacles, like that Knight of Pentacles keeps wanting to come back. Seven of Pentacles. We got a King with a sword, with the Seven of Swords. In the pre-shuffle, we had the Knight of Pentacles, and He was hanging. Oh, did we? Yeah, Eight of Wands, Six of Cups. Yeah, like there's been so many sudden changes going on in this masculine's reality. Wow. But this is going to bring forward a new opportunity for you guys to reconnect. And I'm hearing hallelujah. But remember, we did have this 10 of Pentacles. You got to think long term on this. This masculine, they're trying to get by just day by day, and you're trying to get by year. And there's no right or wrong way of going about it. It's just how each of you view your reality. This masculine, they can't see a few days ahead of themselves because their intuition is so fucked up. Their entire situation now is their only reality, and they don't have the imagination to manifest their way out of it or to even conceive that there's a new way of living. In some ways, you moving forward and continuing to live in your light and your purpose, it's subconsciously telling this masculine that, yeah, it's subconsciously giving them the messages. They're subconsciously getting the details, and it's not giving them any excuses. There's something magnetic about you that has incentivized this masculine. They are very incentivized. Let's get one final message from the universe to summarize everything that's going on. Like, you should feel encouraged with this message, Divine Feminine, but you got to give it time. Like, it's not the T word. I hate 4-letter words. This is a lifelong habit that the masculine has to undo. It's sort of like, if they're 50 years old, how do you untangle 50 years worth of bullshit? It takes a while for any one of us to shift our physical reality once we have a spiritual awakening. But I will say there is something about this particular masculine. There has been a spiritual wake-up call. And the call is enough to make them consider that uprooting and starting again would be the best option. But it's a lot of work to start from the beginning. So you're just being encouraged to have a little bit of empathy for this person. What do we have? Queen of Swords, the Hierophant, the World, Page of Wands. This has a lot to do with the masculine. But whatever truth that is being delivered to them, like, this has come from a higher authority. This has come from a teacher. This has come from somebody who's a healer. And the masculine, they can't unsee this. They can't unsee whatever the hell the karmic did. And it's helping to close out the cycle. But they're struggling. Just honor this masculine. This is where they are at. We've got Two of Wands. Even though they're struggling, trying to be themselves, to be the person you need them to be, to even show up, to even share, like whatever it is that you're looking from this masculine. Just honor that they are still the mind of a child. And while you shouldn't accept low vibrational people, have some compassion, knowing that this is where they are at. But you're actually in a powerful position right now. Just honor that they need to end this cycle, that they need to see it for what it is, and give them the chance to learn their lessons, because this is the only way they're going to grow. I think that's the message. Wow. Well, whoever it is that you are, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. If you need a private reading, you're more than welcome to book one. You can check out the description below to get details on that. Subscribe. I'd love to kind of keep an eye on whatever it is that your person's up to. Otherwise, when I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.